cannot resolve
Yes, Your Honor.
that issue himself.
Yes,
It
Your
has to
Honor.
be resolved by the House, by the impeachment court as a
Yes,
matter.
Your Honor.
Yes. The
May we
gentleman from
recognize
Makati.
Senator Arroyo and then Senator Recto, Mr. President?
Mr. President,
Gentleman from Makati.
what I said was not even an objection. I was presenting a situationer. A situationer where
Let me just clarify. Are you offering an objection to the position taken by the distinguished gentleman from Iloilo?
I'll yield the floor. I will yield the floor first to Senator Recto because he
May we
is
recognize
insistent.
Senator Recto,
Without
Mr.
prejudice
President?
to my-
Yes, and then Senator Arroyo afterwards.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Just a clarification, Mr. President. The witness here is representing an institution. I do not think that we should cite him for contempt, if at all. After all, it is the policy, I suppose, of the bank. I do not think that the witness asked the legal officers of the bank to prepare a TRO with the Supreme Court, to ask for a TRO with the Supreme Court. It is the policy of the Board of Directors. So I think it is very difficult to talk about contempting or citing into contempt the witness, because the board's position, I suppose, in this case, is that FCTUs cannot be opened. That is the position of the bank, not of the witness, I suppose. So let me clarify with the witness, Mr. President.
Proceed.
Yes. Mr. Witness, did your bank have a board meeting before you testifying in this impeachment trial?
For purposes of this impeachment trial, sir, no.
No.
No, sir.
Not even for you, no discussion in the bank with regard to you bringing these documents as subpoenaed by the impeachment court?
With the board, Your Honor, no.
No. So was it you, as president of the bank, was it your decision to come here and not to bring the subpoenaed documents?
Yes, Your Honor.
It is just your personal position.
Yes, Your Honor, because it exposes me personally to the criminal
Okay.
liability.
Did you cause also the legal officers of your bank to file with the Supreme Court
Yes, Your Honor.
as president of the bank?
As president and in my personal capacity, Your Honor, because the criminal liability will be imposed upon me and not upon the
Well, I
bank.
suppose, Mr. Brennan, that clarifies the issue. And therefore, maybe the witness should come back tomorrow and explain to this impeachment court the position of the witness.
But still, there is a pending matter to be decided by this impeachment court.
Yes, Mr. President, may we recognize Senator Joker Arroyo before I insist on my amendment to Senator Drilon.
The gentleman from Makati and
Mr. President, I heard the witness say, can you tell me, you said that you're concerned for how many depositors in your bank?
We have 600,000 depositors, Your Honor. And as I speak, I believe I speak likewise for $1.6 million depositors of other banks as well, who will all be covered by this decision.
Now, no, you mentioned also about your employees. How many employees do you have?
We have 2,693 employees, Your Honor,
Now,
and each of them would be exposed.
I hope that the Senate will be so unconcerned about 600,000 depositors and 2,000, how many?
2,693
Employees.
That, Your Honor, I presented myself precisely.
No. In fact, what impressed me with your appearance is that what we subpoenaed was simply, whom did we subpoena, by the way? Subpoena? The branch manager.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, you explained that because of the gravity of the subpoena, as president, you came here.
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
All right. So this is the problem that we have. And I would like to say that by coming here, you did not want your branch manager to be the one exposed.
Precisely, Your Honor. I do believe that as a leader of the bank, and as I understand and appreciate that all of our employees, including the branch manager, would be exposed to risk of imprisonment upon disclosure, I precisely came here and presented myself to offer myself as an alternative to them because I'm the leader of the bank. And I do not want any one of our employees to be exposed to this particular liability. If there is any liability at all, let it be me.
Well, so if that's the case, Mr. President, I've said my piece. Let the Senate do its worst.
May we recognize Senator Drilon, Mr. President?
The gentleman from Iloilo.
All right, just to settle this issue, Mr. President, upon the we will just require this witness to submit his written explanation. Tomorrow afternoon, in caucus, we decide whether or not his act is contemptuous. So we don't have that. You know, the majority leader has requested that we amend the motion. If that is acceptable, then we so request that this witness be required to explain his action, and then we have a caucus tomorrow, and we decide what to do with this witness.
That is precisely the problem of the chair. Because the moment we require this witness to submit a written explanation, then we have to make a decision in the caucus. And if we find that this explanation is not acceptable to us, then necessarily this chair will have to cite him for contempt. And I am sure that the court will cite him for contempt. And there's an objection. I don't know whether it was an objection, but the chair has the impression that it is an objection regarding requiring the witness to make an explanation. That's my understanding of the position of the gentleman from Makati and Bicol. So that's why the chair cannot decide this issue. It is a major issue, and I have to submit it to the House for a division of the House.
Yes, Your Honor. If I heard Senator Joker Arroyo correctly, he said it was not an objection. And he can confirm or deny that, but we thought that we heard him say it is not an objection. In any
So
case,
it's not an objection?
It is not.
May I request the gentleman from Makati to state it into the record?
Quite frankly, Mr. President, I don't know whether to call that an objection or a manifestation or an observation. But my colleagues seem to be in a hurry to crucify this witness. Here is a witness who came here in obedience to our subpoena. He did not come here. His testimony is not in bad faith. Look at this witness. Is he acting in bad faith? What he is saying only is that he has to protect the bank, the depositors, and whatever. But what is the response of the Senate? To cite him, to explain why he should not be cited for contempt. Is his action so far contemptuous? Let me ask you. Is his action so far contemptuous? That is the question.
Mr.
Because I don't want to be explaining here and defending that. You know, the moment you speak here and you say something which might favor the respondent, you are pro-Corona. That's the